Women will go into denial when I say that men are better at certain things, like soccer games. Society laughs about adult women who lose against little children. But how many men will go into denial when I say that women have superior social intelligence? They understand the social game way better than men. So we live in this society where a woman cannot do no wrong. When you criticize a woman, you are an incel. So being critical of women in society is one-on-one identified as a low-value man or something that is disregardable. The moment you start going against the narrative, they have something which is called social conditioning. Ruling, socially conditioning the population. This is what you ought to think, you plebes. A woman is a princess, promising a woman the world. But not all women are good women. Whether a woman makes the right choice or the wrong choice does not matter. You will respect her. That's the game. That's called social intelligence. You can't touch it. It's immune. So this immunity has been created in a certain way. And this is the way how it's created. So imagine I'm walking around in society like this, and a woman walk up to me and start telling me, "Hey, you hoe, close that. Are you trying to get some attention?" And I would start saying, this woman is insulting me. And society would attack that woman for telling me to close when I want to open, as if society wants me to open. So you have women, it doesn't matter what, they have something which is called natural shame. So they don't want to do this. If you do this, it's a great violation. They take it as an insult. They don't want to be seen as a hoe or whatever negative stamp, immoral. They don't want to be that way. There's no excuse. So most women are waiting for the first excuse to start doing this. And they don't want to go all out. Women don't want to expose themselves. Women are not doing it for those reasons. It's for control. You start doing this, and all of a sudden, you're thirst-trapping men, taking the sexual dignity, no shame involved, so she can start gathering thirsty men. Society programs you that you think women are holy angels without desires or whatever. That's not the reality. If a man doesn't have enough money, his thing is not big enough, whatever, some metric, and because a man doesn't have those metrics, he can't speak. And the man who has the metrics, oh no, we don't respect the king. We don't respect that elite man because he is abusing his power, or he is doing all kinds of corruptions whereby he's not worthy to be listened to. Nope. The social game is just find the faults of men, keep pointing at them. This lack of shame, differentiating a barbarian versus a civilized woman. A woman with honor will have some kind of a natural shame that she doesn't want to display. A woman of honor will use her brain to create a life for herself. She doesn't need to rely on aggressive marketing techniques, because that's really what it is. So the moment there needs to be an excuse for the behavior, and the woman cannot be judged for the behavior because that's the game, and the game needs to stay alive. The moment the sexual dignity is being leaked and the men start coming, women have desires, so they start planning their life that way. So they go to a certain location to live out their romantic or sexual desires. And then they have a certain agenda for their social life. How to please their parents or please their society or have that dream marriage or whatever. This is not an attention game. She collects all the men, keep collecting the men, build a network. And then she has certain desires and one specific type of man for the short term until the desires or whatever are fulfilled. And then after 10 years or whatever, whenever the biological clock starts ticking, or whenever family pressure, whatever it is, all of a sudden, I understand, man. It just fell upon me. I love that one. That's the one I loved. I didn't see that for 10 years. And then all of a sudden, because the game is over, this process is finished, this will go back close. Will never open again because it's not necessary. The game is over. The man has been hustled. No need to continue that game. She has no desire to display. It's a control mechanism. Society of today creates a woman that does business this way. It's a transaction. So you can classify as the type of man that she wants for the short term, or you can classify as the man she wants for the long term. But let me tell you something. Doesn't matter what type of man you play in the show of the woman, both are not going to serve you. Because playing the role, the short-term man, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get in issues with heaven if you start treating women that way. It is what it is. And when you start treating women in the traditional way, these women, you know, you're gonna have a midlife crisis coming at you. Understand the game. So if you see a woman displaying her sexual fertility when you can see her dignity or her dignity coming through, she knows you're watching and she's okay with that. She wants to be desired because then she can recruit you for the agenda and she can plan her life in a certain way, in her own way, how she envisions that. Nobody wins in that game, ladies and gentlemen. That's a woman's world. And then you have the civilized women becoming a rarity, but they exist. They don't want you looking at them because that's insulting. They're not objects. They're not objects of your desire. They don't want to use your desire against you.